True spot of wisdom. The SEC is finally looking at XRP and ETF applications and also asking the public for their thoughts. This is great news that things are moving in the right direction. It makes sense that people want these ETFs to be approved since they will bring in a lot of cash that has been sitting idle. You wouldn't believe how much cash is still sitting idle, but ETFs will solve that problem. I think it will happen sooner rather than later, even if it doesn't happen next month. A lot of people are looking forward to XRP ETFs as well as Solana Litecoin and many other coins, so I think that some of these assets and applications will actually come true this year. Okay, that's right. The spot ETF will go live, which is big news. Let's take a look at what's going on though. Welcome back to the crypto channel. XRP users who want to know how the market did last night. Prices haven't changed much. The market as a whole is still down. There has been a small bounce in the last hour, but the market is still down overall. An extra piece cost $226, which is down 1% in USD or 1% in Bitcoin and down about 2.5% in USD. Now let's look at the market cap, which is $132,600,000,000, and the trade volume, which is $2 billion per day. But before we go any further, I want to make it clear that I'm still here. It's important to note that nothing on this channel should be taken as financial advice. Before putting money into crypto, you should always do your own research. That being said, I want to start by asking the community what price Bitcoin will end the monthly candle at. I asked them 2 days ago, and there are now 2,200 votes. So I want to thank you all for taking the time to vote. If you want to join, make sure you're subscribed and that the bell icon is turned on so you know when we do these. Out of the 2,200 votes that were cast, 56% think that we will close near all-time highs at $115,000 or a little higher. Really tried $15,000 again yet. So this is very, very interesting. Please let me know what you think and where you think the price of Bitcoin will end up and go from here. Yes, Ripple did work with the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority to update the country's payment systems. You can see that the rise in the price of XRP also helped them get the attention of financial institutions. By the end of 2017, Ripple was worth more than all but 20 banks in the world. The phone then went off, which was very interesting. This is because Vivo Power raised $121 million to start a treasury strategy based on XRP, which is being led by Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Saud of Saudi Arabia. I am not sure if I got the name right. That's it. Please tell me what you think about that below, but Willy Woo, I have some news for you that could be good or bad. The good news is that the risk signal is going down, which means that the market is becoming more liquid. In the long term, things are looking good for another good run. On the other hand, the strong run from $75,000 to $112,000 is starting to weaken. This was talked about in my last post this week, and it's really important that we follow through with it if we don't want to go with the plan. In the short term, my biggest worry is that speculators will enter the market late and buy long positions just as a lot of people are getting ready to sell their positions to make money. This week's spot buying will have a big impact on how prices move over the next 1 to 2 months. You're right in the middle, so very interesting take on Willy Woo. It's possible that things will get worse if we don't see like this week, especially the monthly light. That's why I asked the question, if the monthly candle doesn't close at the level he's talking about, things could be going worse, and the price could settle at 100,000 or even lower. Yes, I did talk to you guys about that last night. In the future, keep in mind that the Bank of France wants XRP to become the digital currency of the European Central Bank. Because Ripple and XRP are so well known, many banks use them as models for CBDCs, centralized and based on a permission network, which means that only certain network nodes can verify transactions. This is different from Bitcoin and Ether, which are decentralized and don't need permission to work. Some parts of blockchain technology might not work with the dollar, which is also the goal of CBDCs, as shown by the Ripple plan. However, there are ways to set up current technology that can meet the speed and security needs of these kinds of projects, and the ECB is keeping an eye on people's homes. I can see that you don't like what you see because this number is going up right now. The blue dots show the percentage of people who said they or someone in their family own crypto assets. This is the amount of crypto assets a family owns as a percentage of their total assets. Looking at the market value of the euro area, you can see how much crypto each household owns. Having crypto assets that are linked to investment goods could see the number of families growing. It's not a surprise that more and more people are getting into crypto and adding it to their money. But what Pakistan's government really wants to do is set up a strategic Bitcoin store. We will never sell our Bitcoin. To go back to what I've been talking about with you guys over the last few days, this isn't just happening in the US. It's happening everywhere. A lot of places in the world want to get this digital treasure for the second time. Don't forget that demand is higher than supply. This is a great example, and I think this will become the norm over time. But that's all I had to say about that. Let's see what's going on with the price. Yes, control went up to 6,413. The fact that it's still going up shows that it's strong. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was worth $17,000. It's true that we fell to 106. If you look at my report from yesterday, we talked about that possible retest last night, and it did happen. That range helped us. It's likely going to go down to 102,000 or even the psychological level of $10,000. As I already said, the $100,000 price level is a real goal if we don't hold the support. The 96,000 level is also a real goal if we fall below that. To say it again, we did reach a new high point. Anyone who says we haven't seen anything for Bitcoin should be aware. Hey guys, I hope you're looking at a shorter period of time. If you're looking at what Bitcoin has already done, I'm sorry. Now let's see what's going on with the price of XRP. In the past few days, the price of XRP did drop below that important support line. It went as low as $222 for a short time, but there was a small bounce back. However, that support level is pretty much dead for us now. Of course, this has something to do with BT. You don't want the price of I want the price of XRP to drop below 38.22, or Bitcoin to drop below $30. If it does, this upward trend will be broken, which is similar to what Willy Woo said. This could be the start of a time of consolidation. Remember that, and that's why we're going to keep a close eye on Bitcoin. Right now it looks good, but I'll take care of you guys. Tell me what you think in the comments.